Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at the brand new Rainbow High Season 5 Episode 9, Little Sisters. So stay tuned, subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay, so Episode 9, we start off at Rainbow World with all the different groups going on their separate adventures. Meanwhile, with Violet and Sunny, they have something else completely different to attend, which is their little sisters have already arrived early at Rainbow High for the talent show or something, and so they have to go meet them as soon as possible because they're there without any supervision whatsoever. So of course they're really scared because apparently their little sisters can be real troublemakers and they usually play pranks on them, so they're kind of worried for their safety. And they go back as soon as they can. So meanwhile, with the actual little sisters themselves, here they are, and look how small they are. They are itty bitty small. Like, they're so small. Their scale is not to be taken lightly. They are the smallest characters we've met so far in all of Rainbow High, and they're just there without any parents or supervision. Like, I mean, I get they're gonna meet their sisters, like, obviously, but I feel like their parents, like, how old are they? Like 8, 5, 7? They're really young, so like the parents should have at least accompanied them into the school and like shown them to the rooms, but I guess not. So will we ever meet the parents? I do wonder, like, if we're getting little sisters that were never mentioned before. Are we going to meet the parents eventually? I would like to see how the parents and other family members look like. That is definitely interesting to think about. But I kind of, with new characters like little sisters like these, where it's really, they're just there to sell the actual dolls themselves. Like, I can safely tell you here that they're probably not going to show up again this season, other than for like the talent show, and maybe we're going to meet the other little sister characters, but that's it. We're not going to meet them anymore. Like, they're going to serve their purpose of, marketing the dolls, and that's it. And if that's what MJ wants to do with Rainbow High as a brand, introduce new characters just to sell the dolls and then they're done and they move on, then I guess, they gotta do what they gotta do. But I feel like with past seasons with Rainbow Vision, Pacific Coast High, Shadow High, they've always introduced brand new characters to sell the dolls, and we've seen how it goes. They introduced mini characters and then they never use them again. So to me, introducing these little sister characters, it's cute in the moment. It's fun, I guess, to see little versions of these characters that we like. And they're little sisters, right? It's I guess it's like a little novelty, right? But at the end of the day, like, these characters are never going to come into play really again. The writers are going to forget about the characters because they don't really have a bigger purpose than just to sell the dolls, which is definitely really sad to see that this is basically what Rainbow High is now, just to sell the dolls. And I mean, that's always what it's been, like, at the core, because obviously the dolls are the main focus, not the animated series. But I still feel like a good story, good creative writing, a good characters definitely can make or break a show. And just introducing willy-nilly new little sister characters definitely, to me, doesn't send the good, it's like, I don't know, it just really makes me feel like, oh, they don't care. they don't care anymore. Oh man. But here we are, Amethyst and Daisy, and I guess they're cute. They're cute little nuggets. little gremlins, right? People have said, oh, they're clones. Like, a lot of people who don't keep up with Rainbow High anymore because of the whole reboot and the slime and the gimmick and just all of these changes, a lot of those people who I guess are former fans thought that these two characters were actually clones of Violet and Sunny, just like younger versions, or perhaps they went to time traveling again, like with the junior high episode, which was also very bizarre. are, like seriously. But no, these are their own individual characters, little sisters of Violet and Sunny, and that's what we're dealing with. And we do have little sisters for Stella as well, who here she is at the beginning. By the way, I do like to see, you know, returning characters make an appearance, have a little bit of screen time, a little bit of a dialogue. It's always nice to see that they do not forget about all the characters that they introduced a long time ago. So here's Stella, you know, and as you may have noticed, you know, Stella has also a little sister called Stella Monroe, and the little sister is called Magenta. That's right. Her little sister is called Magenta, I believe, Monroe. Yeah. And I wonder, you know, when is she gonna, I guess, get introduced in season 9? I guess they're gonna introduce the other 4 little sister characters at the talent show, which also the other little sisters are of Amaya. And then we have one for Crystal, who also appears in this episode. Yay! And then we have a little sister character for Skylar. And lastly, we have one for... who else? Stella, Sunny, Violet, Amaya, Crystal, and Skylar. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we're gonna see little sisters for Stella, Skylar, Amaya, and Crystal. So that's really fun, and it's interesting. I mean, definitely not a coincidence that obviously we have Stella here already, and then as I just mentioned, we do have Crystal as well in a little bit of a cameo later on as well. So here we go. The main plot of this episode is basically that, and like I mentioned, they have to find the little sisters. They're very nervous. Stella here got them a little smoothie, and then the little sisters are off to get some equipment because, you know, they have a plan that at first you kind of think that, oh, they're gonna run away, because they kind of insinuate that oh, they're kind of all alone now because the bigger sisters are all off at school now, you know, Luna, Sunny, Violet, and so they kind of keep talking about, like, yeah, we have a plan, we need supplies, we need new identities, and here we have the cameo with Crystal and Coco. So, oh god, oh Coco, oh Crystal, how we've missed you. But here's Crystal, looking still as grand as ever. And Coco, I forgot that unfortunately, yeah, but I feel like a lot of us just forgot about characters like Coco, who were introduced in a mess that is Rainbow Vision. So, but here she is. They both have a little bit of dialogue. They have to ask for some supplies, some equipment. So they end up stealing some lights, which they need for, again, the plan, which we still don't really know what that is. Meanwhile, with the older sisters, they're looking for the toddlers. I mean, they're toddlers, right? I guess, kind of safe to say. And then we see a little picture here of them on Violet's phone. Super cute. Look at those nails. Super long. Take care, Sunny. And then we have Kaya, who also has a little cameo. I always love to see, again, returning characters. Yes, please. And then she shows them the trail of mess that the little sisters left behind. Here's also Olivia. No dialogue, but still always fun to see. And also Jewel Richie. Yay! So there we go. And here we have also a cameo of what's her name? I forgot her name. What's her name? Michelle and Priscilla. So there we go. They're here as well. Yay! So we really had a lot of returning characters in this episode. A lot of cameos. A lot of additional dialogue from characters. That's, you know, thank you. Because at the very least, we still have some, you know, some fan favorites, right, to look forward to. But here we have the little sisters. They're looking now for some costumes, some you know, I guess disguises. So they meet Michelle and Priscilla, and they're like, yeah, we need costumes. These are some costumes of the last season, so really fun. And then they're like, yeah, we need costumes. Priscilla's like, something like that. And then they're like, no, we need something that's a little bit more simple, you know, like top hats. So they're like, yes, we got it. And then at the end, you know, it turns out that the whole plan was just to put on a dance number to prove to the bigger, you know, older sisters that they can, you know, take on the talent show by themselves, and they don't need the help of their, you know, older sisters. So I guess that was what this was all about. kind of like a bit complicated, but here we go. And they perform their little number, which of course has also a little song. And it's cute. It's fine. It's a little bit of a number. We have some glowing gloves, and they all hug it out. Sunny's like, yeah, we if you want to do it alone, then you guys do the talent show alone, and we're just gonna be here wherever the plot needs us. So there we go. Oh, sorry. I have a cold, like my nose, allergies. It's horrible. But yeah, there we go. That was episode 9. Little Sisters, it is what it is. It's very straightforward. And if you like the little dolls, then you're probably gonna like this episode too, because they're the little sisters. But to me, they really seem just like the mini versions of Sunny and Violet, because they Amethyst is not the same entirely like Violet, because she does seem to be more shy. That's interesting. And her style is also completely different than what Violet's style is. So that's also very bizarre to me, because Violet would never wear this outfit. But of course, they are much younger characters. And then Daisy, on the other hand, definitely seems to be just like Sunny, maybe just a little bit more mischievous, but still like these are really just like basically little versions of the actual characters themselves. Even Stella says like, oh, look, these are the little bite-sized versions of Violet and Sunny. But yeah, what do you think? Taking aside my opinion on the actual dolls themselves, which no surprise, like a lot of people just are not fans of the little dolls. If they had actually introduced little sister characters, that would have made sense, and don't just feel like complete cash grabs for the dolls themselves. I feel like this could have just been handled differently, but it just ends up feeling like it doesn't really mean anything. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. It's so completely obvious that it has no consequence or any kind of like importance in the long run to the Rainbow High lore. Like they forgot about Luna. Where is she? How's she doing? What's she up to? Like we don't know. We don't know where she is. Like little mini Daisy here mentions Luna, but like that's it. We don't know anything else. So they introduce so many characters, they forget about the characters. We get little cameos of the returning characters, like with Stella, Crystal here in this episode, and we're like, oh my gosh, yay, remember that character. Like give us more of those characters. And then we forget again. So it's this unending cycle of like, oh yeah, new characters, forget about the characters, moving on, new gimmicks, sell the dolls, and that's it. Like that's just wow, that's very depressing, but like I guess it's just that's just capitalism. Okay, anyways, let's not end on a depressing note, but yeah, I wish that if the actual Little Sisters characters would have been like, if they would have actually played an important role like they seem to be doing right now, I wish the actual dolls would have been better, like something more in the vein of LO Surprise Tweens. The Tweens dolls are amazing. I just wish that it would have been something more similar to the Tweens dolls, like more articulation, more amazing fabric clothing, like maybe some glass instant eyes, but I guess at that scale, is it too small? I guess it's cheaper to do them printed on, but even then they could have given us more fashion, more creative designs, and it's just, I feel like what we got is just so blatantly obvious to be like just little kid toys, like baby toys, like just toys that you play with when you want to play with dolls, and then that's it. Those are not the dolls you actually play with who mean something to you. They're play dolls, like it's a distinction. Because like I feel like for a lot of us when we were young, who are now doll collectors, I was into, like, I liked Barbies. Like they had great fashions, the old Barbie fashionistas, like in Monster High. Like I was not into like the little like non, like half plastic, half fabric clothing, and like the non-articulation. Like I feel like a lot of us, even at younger ages, we're always looking for like the best quality and like the best just what looks best, and these little dolls don't look the best. They could have been improved, and I say this out of a place of love, because I love Rainbow High. It's just that's why it hurts me so much to see them do such bizarre and banal things that don't fit in. Like, they just don't make sense. Like, make it make sense. Why are you doing this to yourself, Rainbow High? You could be so much more, so much better. And in return, they could also be making much more money. You know, they could earn more. But this is just not the way to go about it, you know? They want to rebrand. Okay, great. Let's do this, but let's do it right. Okay, this is what we have. Okay, we can work with it. We can deal. We can work around it. We can, you know, find some positive in it. And then we get little sisters and these little dolls, and we're just like, well, I give up. It's like a lot of us are just like, what are we doing, you know? So anyway, I feel like at this point, every episode, I'm like saying the same stuff. Like, why are we here? Why do we keep making mistakes? MGA, Rainbow High, why do you do this to us? I feel like nothing's gonna change unless we actually just don't buy the products, and then they see like, oh, okay, this is not going well, and then they might change in a different direction again. So let's see. I mean, season 5 has been okay. I mean, I feel like it's just so obvious that they're really just marketing towards like a much younger audience. I mean, they were always marketing, the demographic was always like girls and not adults, but now it's like even more blatantly obvious that it's really just babies basically. And I don't even know if babies find enjoyment in this. So let's see. I don't know. Episode 9, dang, not even at episode 10, and I feel like, well, what's gonna happen? What's next? Like, every episode so far, we've had like one new thing, like the time travel, junior high, the little sisters, the unicorn, the new characters with transparent glitter legs, which they're never gonna explain, because why would they? You know, like all these different things, they've kind of just like introduced, kind of like done nothing with them so far, and we're just here, you know, like looking around like, what is this? Where am I? what is this? So anyways, that was the video, okay? So let me know what you think. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and consider becoming a member today to support the channel if you're able to, and of course, so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the loyalty you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.